And generally, I mean, generally the schools will give off AP programs to like the better teachers, the teachers who can teach the subject or know what they're doing. Probably relative to other teachers in the building, you know, so, ugh. And this is where the teachers union comes into effect. You get such crap, you know, you can get a crappy teacher who's stuck in there, and, you know, you can't fire him because you had to go through all the whole union process thing, and, you know, it's just like everybody gets thrown there automatically, and you get people who really don't deserve to be teaching protected by the stupid thing, and so you can just get very badly educated students. You know, and they get, you know, then you got fantastic teachers who are phenomenal at what they do, who do a great job of preparing their students for, you know, their subject and teaching them and all that stuff, and they get paid the same thing, you know, the same as these backlot just filler teachers that don't even deserve to be teaching. It's just ridiculous bullshit. Like, to clarify, I'm not against unions. Okay, I'm not against unions. Yeah, workers should have rights and whatnot, but there's going to be some point where it's just like, let's just shut up, do the job, and get it done effectively. Okay, like my dad, he works in construction, and I mean, you know, he's fine with unions. It's just like when they draw a line, it's just like, do we really need all this crap? Can we just like shut up and get the work done? Like, you know, he's just like there's really a dude like who gets paid. All right, like at one of his construction jobs that he worked on, there was literally a dude who sat in an elevator shaft, all right? He just sat in the elevator, pushed the button, and, you know, he would operate the elevator, and he would get paid like $500. Who knows how much time? Like, I mean, he's making good money by just sitting on his ass and pushing a button up and down. Anything that a worker can do for no reason. It's just like, really? It's just like, that's a bunch of horse crap. And then there's another thing, like, you know, like, you can't do this certain thing, like, you know, you can't push the elevator button. Like, no, you don't push the elevator button. You know, yeah, that's the elevator man's job. You can't touch that elevator button. No, you can't go to the wood pile. That's the wood guy's job, is to get the wood from the wood pile. Don't you dare touch that. It's just like, can we just stop with the crap and just get the job done and do it right? I mean, my dad was working on a project up in Seattle. I mean, they had some union guys and non-union guys working, and he was like short-handed one day. Got on a couple of about three guys, non-union members, okay? And it's their choice, I might add, okay? It's their choice whether or not they want to join a union or not, okay? And, you know, and word gets around to the union workers, who are the majority of the workers on site, that, you know, there's three non-union guys. About 500 people walk off the damn job. Why? Because three guys were not a part of a union. Are we that freaking stupid? Can't we just shut up and get the damn job done? Like, this is not workers' rights. This is just reverse harassment, okay? You know, it's just like the racial discrimination thing. You know, it's like reverse discrimination. You like, whereas once upon a time whites discriminated blacks, and now like whites can be discriminated against because they're not, you know, a racial minority. It's something along the same principle. It's just like now the unions are crossing some unions. I should elaborate here. I would imagine, you know, there's good union, you know, there's unions that, you know, my dad doesn't mind. There's unions that my dad would not mind, you know, just totally yelling at and like having their asses kicked, basically, about certain things. But are we really just that uptight? Can't we just shut up and get the job done and not, you know, worry about who's who? I mean, it's their damn choice. What do you care? They got nothing to do with you. And it's just like, okay, this is going to be like unpopular, but I mean, yeah, workers do deserve a good wage, okay, but there is going to be a point, okay, where you can't not raise the wages anymore. There's going to be that point. Because it's just like, if the corporation is not making enough money, all right, then there's not going to be, they're not going to be able to make a profit, and they're not going to be able to continue the jobs and get people who are working for them to have work, because, you know, they're paying their employees way too freaking much. If you're going to be a worker, I'm sorry, you're not going to be a millionaire. You're going to have to just, I'm sorry. But your circumstances, your choice, equal opportunity, not equal outcome, basically. So you're just going to have to, like, sometimes accept that you're not going to be rich. You're not, you might be stuck middle class. You might never get in the middle class. And that's just, I'm sorry, life. All right, we can't, that's not going to work. So, I mean, there's just a point where you just can't do it anymore. I don't mean to offend anybody at this point. I come from, you know, like, you know, I come from, generally I'll say, somewhat of a wealthy family. My dad is, you know, he's a vice president of a construction company, and he makes a lot of good money. And so he's on the corporate side of it, but I mean he sees like the workers' plight too. He can see both sides of it. He's really good at that stuff. And I mean I don't mean to say again, I'm not saying that unions are this horrible thing and whatnot. I mean like, I mean. They're a good thing. Workers should have rights. Yes, companies have, in fact, totally, just tarnished over workers. Railroad companies back in the 1800s were horrible to people. Corporations, the trusts, all this kind of stuff. It was absolutely horrible to people and factory workers. Yeah, I will admit that straight up. And there should be some enforcement. Make sure that these trusts don't abuse their workers and make sure they don't live like shit. But at the same time, you can't have the people draining too much on the corporation, or you're going to run the job in the ground because they can't afford high wages like that. And you know what? You're just going to have to just wait until the afterlife. Everybody will be equal in the afterlife. On Earth, get used to inequality is all I can say. And I don't want to tread on anybody's toes here. It's just like there's just a line, that some people are going to be crossing. Let's get rid of this thing. There's a line that people are going to be crossing, and it's just like when you really step over that line and you get more concerned about, it's not like the work or being really discriminated against. You're just doing it to try and, like, just like when you're not supposed to do it. Like when you're already making a decent enough living and you're just doing stuff that shouldn't be done, like you're more concerned about who's doing your job and making sure that everybody has their own lame-ass, stupid job that does not deserve any credit whatsoever for doing. Rather than just shutting up and getting the work done effectively and it's just ridiculous. Oh, baby! Thunder gun! Oh, hell yes! Alright, here, let's try out the MP40. While we're at it. Spectre. Oh god, this is going to be a nightmare. So, move the mouse again, but once again, I don't mean to offend anybody, and I don't mean to attack anybody. This is just my perspective and my point of view. Okay, I don't know how many times I can stress this and say it, and I mean, it's just like, yeah, workers should be able to protect their rights, and there should be ways to make sure that, that like, they're not abused in their work process like they have been before. But at the same time, it's just like, there's got to be a sense of decency and respect on both sides, corporation and the worker side, and there also should be just some really knowledgeable stuff. Like with the teacher thing. Like, are we really going to put the hands of our education into adults who hardly know the subject they're talking about? Are we really going to push it to that far of an extreme? Like, I am flabbergasted. It's just like to think that there are people who aren't qualified to teach, and yet you can't fire them because you have to go through the whole union process. I mean, like my mom, she works in the teaching stuff. Her main concern is just like, you have no choice. You are forced into the teachers' union. There is no choice. There is no option. And then everybody's doing it. And because everybody does it, everybody gets the same protection. And everybody gets the same, stat, even though they might not deserve it. Like, I have a science teacher who should not be teaching at all. But you can't fire him. He's part of the teachers' union. And he makes the same amount of money as, like, my AP World History teacher, who does such a fantastic job. 90% pass rate on an AP test where the national average is 50%, and then the bulk of the scores are 5s, and he's getting paid the same amount as that dumbass professor in science. That's a bunch of horse shit. That is just, you should get back the effort that you put in. All right, you should get back to the effort and the stuff that you have to do to put in. All right. All men are created equal, but not all men are raised equal, not all men are treated equal, and not all men are given the same, they're given equal opportunity at some points, but they're not all given the same, I don't know how to put it. Let's see here.
Hey, where is all the ammo at?
Outcome is differently, alright, but in the afterlife, when this whole existence on Earth is over, God comes down and he just says, enough, you guys have screwed up this whole thing enough. It's just like, we'll all be equal then. We will all be equal then, every one of us. So just wait for that. So that's just my point of view on this thing. Let's just run to the Spectre real fast. Oh wait, here, let me show you a trick with the Thunder Gun while we're at it. I don't know how well this commentary is. Oh shit me. Alright. I was getting mugged. I just panic attack. Here we go. So we got a couple of zombies that way. We got a couple of guys this way. Okay, here we go. Here's the idea you want to do. You want to get them all grouped up on stage. Kind of do a little jog around, such as this. Sprint by that guy. You're gonna come down here. And all right, so we're getting a nice big crowd, and you get the idea here. You know, once you have a big crowd, pull out Thunder Gun, make magic happen. And what do we mean by magic? Skadoosh!
Up your ass.
Damn right, up your ass. All right. Your Truman, your containment policy can suck my balls.
When did I run out of ammo?
But I don't know how this commentary is going to be playing out. I mean, it might offend some people. I don't know. Like, I mean, I can't stress my point of view enough. And if you're somehow ticked off about it, then you haven't really listened, and you're going to take everything I've said out of context. But whatever. Hope you guys are. I don't know. This is just like This is like the stuff I think about, though, occasionally. I mean, I'm 17. Wow, I can't believe I'm 17. 17 years old, and this is the shit on my mind. I could care less about, you know, prom and who's going out with who at this point. It's like I'm thinking about like unions and shit, and like college and all this kind of crap. Weird, right?
Maybe I should.
We got tape. We got the Spectre. Same weird freaking. Oh wait. Let's see how well this thing works. God, this is horrible. Kinda. Just glad I got the Thunder Gun to clear out that mess. Now my Thunder Gun is my backup. Here we go. Couple more shots. Let's run a bit. So, again, to elaborate, the point of me just using whatever gun I get for the mystery box, just a little challenge minigame. It's just like, you take what you roll, and you have to go through all the ammo in it, then go upgrade it, then go through all the ammo in the upgraded version, then you go out and get a new gun. So, it's actually kind of interesting, makes the game a little bit fun. And very, I don't know, it's a nice twist. If you haven't tried it, give it a whirl, see if it just sprucing things up. I'll say. I could use a vodka. Could use something, I don't know. I got anxiety. Talk to a girl, anxiety. La, 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 la. I need a date. That's what I need. I just need to go out and party and bowling and work on romance or some shit like that after getting all these AP tests out of the way.
Why is no one caring about my lack of ammo?
That's okay. I'm sorry. Just like I'm talking about this crap. It's like stop talking about that. And what about my ammo problem? Fuck you, Teddy. Okay, I forgot. I like knifed the bear and I got my points back. Yeah, and I totally blanked. Like, did I get points for knifing the bear? But I know that if you roll the bear, the points that you use to roll the box get refunded. So, anyways, where's the box at? Come on, give me my box, you biatch. Stage. There we go. Okay, let's just pull out the Thunder Gun. Totally unnecessary right now. What's up, monkey? Let me zoom around you. Juggernaut, biatch. I got texted by who? I hate having glass contacts.
Stay off my boots.
Girl texting me right now. Gorilla just went on Facebook a while ago. She's in AP World. And, you know, cool thing about her to me is that she's actually, like, Jewish, which is a totally nice break from all the Mormons down here. I live in a bubble of Mormonism, and so whenever you get someone who's not Mormon down here, it is pretty damn refreshing. You may say so, And it's always fun diversity. I love diversity. Like, why are people afraid of so much change? It's just like, there's nothing to be afraid of, really. It's just like, respect other people's point of view and just, like, find stuff that you can reconcile with and just learn to accept them, like, really. Oh, God. Oh, snap, crackle, pop, Rice Krispies. Ray gun, bitches. Okay. Oh, yeah. Ray gun, Thunder Gun combo. So the whole game's going to change. But first off, alright, sorry. I'm going to be texting now. Sweet. Boom! I know in the comment section, what? CD texting a girl? What? I just love the team. I don't know, Prodigy. I'm waiting for Prodigy. Now I've said Prodigy's name, he's going to be doing that. And now I've said that, people are going to be doing that. So I just totally took away the irony. Alright.